Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lisa and this is Hobby Beauty. Today we're going to be talking about 2019. I know it's 2020 now, but I have been trying a lot of products in 2019 and I want to share my favorites with you guys. So let's get into it. Let's start with primer. For primer, it should be no surprise. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It is, I believe they just started. They're going to have two more now, a matte putty primer and I'm not sure the third one, but I love the Poreless Putty Primer. I've heard it's a dupe for Tatcha, so I have been trying this out and absolutely love it, and it is my top recommendation for primers. For eyelid primers, I've been using MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, so that is the paint pot. I have hit pan on it. I actually have another one waiting for me, but I do want to try some other eyelid primers as well in 2020, but this was the one that I used the most in 2019. So next we're going to talk about face. This should be no surprise, but my favorite tinted moisturizer is the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I'm in the shade Light 8N. And I actually just placed a Colourpop order, so I'm going to be getting the concealer that goes with this tinted moisturizer, and I'm going to try them out together and see how I like it. But this was my favorite tinted moisturizer for 2019. I'm going to be confused on what date it is now because I'm going back and forth between the years. So my favorite foundation should be no surprise as well. It's the LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. This is my favorite foundation. I'm in the shade Natural, so this has gotten a lot of use. I actually had one empty this year, so this is my second one of these. I definitely recommend it. For setting my under eyes, I've been using the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. It's a loose powder, and it has gone great with my favorite concealer, which is next on my list that I'm almost out of. It is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This started my Colourpop order last night, and I'll have to show you guys my haul once I get it. So this is in Light 14, and it is my favorite concealer. So I'm in the market for a new concealer as well, so I'm going to be trying out, I might try out a CoverGirl concealer next, but that's in another video that you guys will see. So let's move on to blush. I have a few blushes that I've been loving for this year of 2019, and we're in 2020 now, but the first one is a blush palette. It's the Morphe 8C palette, and it is, what she looks like is here. This is my favorite. It's a cool tone palette. I like the shade Hot. I feel like this one is one I go to a lot. So this is the Morphe 8C palette. I've been using that constantly. I also have the 8W, which is the warm tone palette, but I hardly ever use them, to be honest. So the other blushes that I've been using are this Super Shock Cheek from Colourpop. It is in the shade Growth Flirt. It goes really well with one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, the Exes and O's palette. So it's a very like red, rosy shade that I really like. So I've been using that a lot. I also have been using the Colourpop Blush Sticks. This one is in the shade Wallaby, and it is a like purpley, pinky mauve shade, and it goes really great with pink, purple looks. So the blush sticks, I have a bunch of them, but this is my favorite one, Wallaby. What else? We got some light sticks. Let's talk about that. This is, it's got a hair on it. The illuminating stick, it's a light stick for highlighter. It is also from Colourpop. This is in Hope Street, so it's a light pink shade. I really like using this on the skin, so it goes really well with my pink looks as well. Next up, we have bronzer. My favorite bronzer for this year is e.l.f. I believe this is in the shade Forever Sunkissed, and I believe it's a cool tone bronzer. This is what she looks like. I have tried out a full face of e.l.f. If you hadn't checked that out, check it out. But this is my favorite bronzer. Next up, we have lips. I have a bunch of lip products that I've been loving. Let's talk about tints. The Just a Tint Colourpop. This is my favorite shade. It is a Go-Go. It's a red shade. Let's see. But I really like this, the Just a Tint. I have a few other ones in the Just a Tint, and I really like them. They're very moisturizing. Next up, we have a newer product that I've gotten that I haven't really talked about yet. It is the Kylie Cosmetics Lip Blushes. I have two shades that I'm really loving. This is in Cherry on Top, and this one is I'm Blushing. And these two are ones that I'm really liking. They're lip blushes, so they're not quite as like matte. They're not matte, they're not velvet. They're just like a tint of color to your lips, and they've got some red shades or some berry shades in her collection there. And I also like the lip blush Bikini Bod. I got 4 of them, so if you want to see a video of me trying on the lip blushes, let me know. I think that they are very similar to the Ultra Blotted Lip from Colourpop. If you tried that, you'll really like the lip blushes. Speaking of Ultra Blotted lips, this one's one of my favorites. It's called Zuma, and it's a Colourpop Ultra Blotted lip. It goes really well with the like red tone looks that I've been doing with the X's and O's palette. And my last 2 favorite lipsticks from Kylie Cosmetics are, this one's in collaboration with Chloe. This is the Cocoa collection, and this one's in shade Bunny. This is my second one of these. So this is Bunny, and then this is the Kylie lipstick. Now it comes with a darker lip liner, the Kylie lip kit. So the darker lip liner I don't use, I just use the light pink. And it's kind of like a neutral color, so it goes well with warm tone looks and cool tone looks. Next up, let's talk about palettes. All right, let's talk about I'll get to my Colourpop palettes in a second. The palettes that I was loving for 2019 are, let's see if I can go in order. I was playing a lot with the new Nudes palette early on this year, and this is by Huda Beauty. This is what she looks like on the inside. It's got pinky mauves and nude shades and some pinky and purple. It's got some pressed glitters. So it's really great. I really love this palette. I'm not as into it as 2020. We're going into 2020, but I used it a lot in 2019, so I thought I would mention it. Also in 2019, I played around with the Dose of Colors. We have the Pretty Cool palette and the Baked Browns palette. So let's see what the Baked Browns palette I broke. So I broke one of the shadows in it. So that's what that one looks like. It's got warm toned browns in it. And I like how sleek and compact they are. They're very good for travel. I was going through a really big cool tone phase in the middle of 2019, and the Pretty Cool palette was one of my staples. So that's what she looks like. That's the Pretty Cool palette by Dose of Colors. Also, I picked up the Carli Bybel palette, and I did a review on it on my channel. And this is what she looks like. She's got a lot of neutral tones. I'm loving the tones in this palette. I believe I've used almost every one of these shadows for a look. So I definitely recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Carli Bybel collab palette. Now let's talk about Colourpop. First up, we're talking about me being in a cool tone phase. The Fame palette was one of my go-to palettes for 2019. This is what she looks like. It's got a lot of cool toned shades in there. I did order the Butterfly palette, the cool toned purple mauve palette that just came out from Colourpop. It's coming in my next order for my next haul. So let me know if you want a review on that one, a comparison to the Fame palette. Just let me know. but that's one of my go-to palettes. Also in 2019, I was really into the corals. So the Sweet Talk palette was one of my go-to palettes, especially in spring and summer. I really enjoyed using this palette. I did a review on it. Love this palette. It's one of my tops for 2019. Also in 2019, I reviewed the X's and O's palette. This has some great fall shades. It's got some great winter shades. It's very wearable. It's reds, but it's very wearable. And it's found at Ulta. I don't know if it's on the website for Colourpop yet. I'd have to double check that. But this is a must-have. Like, I love this palette. This has gotten so much use in 2019. Next up, we have the Night Owl palette. The Night Owl palette is exclusive to Colourpop, and it's got the mustardy shades and the browns. It's just, I can't describe it, but I love this palette. This is one of my go-to palettes. Next up, these two palettes I got for Christmas, but I can't stop using them. So that tells you something. I mean, I've probably only used one other palette since Christmas, and it's currently the 3rd of January, but they are my favorite palettes by far. This is the Going Coconuts palette from Colourpop. It has got some great neutral shades in it. It's a 9pan palette. I haven't taken the thing off the mirror yet, but I love this palette. I've used almost every shade in it, as well as the Bare Necessities palette. It was a great Christmas gift. Thank you, husband, for that. This is what she looks like, and I absolutely love this palette. I used it today on my eyes, and this has become a staple in my collection. So even though I've only had them for like 2 weeks, not even, I absolutely love them. Liner. I have been using the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the nude shade. It's great for your waterline, but I'm loving these liners. I think that they're amazing. I have a few other shades, and I can't stop using them. As well as I also have the Colourpop Liquid Liner that I'm using because I'm just starting to get into false lashes. I was having such a hard time with false lashes until I tried Colourpop's Falsies. This is the box. I'm currently wearing the shade Honey. That's this one that I have the box for right here. It comes with this little insert here that's really great, and you can just store your little falsies in each box. I currently have 4 different ones that I'm trying. I am trying Honey, then we have Dame and Minx, and of course my favorite one that I just got this year is Mrs. I just got married, so this was the first one that I got, and I was trying. It was the easiest to apply. I ordered a few more in my haul, so let me know if you want to see a video of me with each different one of the lashes on, not applying them because I'm not that great at it yet, but I would put each one on so you could see the difference in the lashes. So let me know if you want to see that. For let me talk about brows. Or hold on, actually, this is the lash glue that I've been using. It's the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins, and this is the lash glue that I've been using and seems to be working the best for me, so I thought I'd mention that. And then we have brows. So for brows, I'm using 2 products. First one is the Brow Boss Gel, Colourpop Brow Boss Gel in light brown. I also have been using another one, the e.l.f. Wow Brow this is in natural brown, but I used this one completely up. But for the majority of the year, I was using the Brow Boss Gel with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I've been trying other brow pencils, but I keep going back to the Brow Wiz, even though it's really expensive. And this is in soft brown, and I absolutely love this pencil for doing brows. Next up, we have mascara. Now, I'm currently on the search for a new 2020 mascara, but the 2019 mascaras that I was using are, I have one more that I forgot about. The Caution Extreme Lash Mascara from Hourglass. I had the mini version for a little while and then the bigger version. I like to buy the mini versions of mascaras, try them out, especially since you're supposed to change them every 6 months. So that one I've been trying. I had been trying the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara a lot in 2019, as well as one of my favorites that I had been using prior to 2019, the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. This one is great, and I'm back to using this one in 2019 and 2020. And then for my lower lash line, I really like using the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl mascara, because it's got, the wand is like bended and thin, so it's a lot easier to not mess up under the bottom lashes. And lastly, we have setting spray. The setting spray that I have been using for most of the year is the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray, and then I got the bigger one in Summer Solstice, so it's a scented one that I have here. So this is a setting spray that I've been using for majority of the year, actually pretty much the whole year. I could try a new setting spray later, but this one's been working really great for me, so I'm not going to change it at the moment. So those are my 2019 recommendations, favorites, things that I have just been loving for 2019. Now we're in 2020, so I can't wait to see what my 2020 favorites are going to be. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!